Hey guys, so this is the final part of our focus and Directrix lessons. What we're going to be doing at this point is just being given a focus and being given a Directrix, and you've got to determine the equation of the parabola that has those two features. Okay, so I always recommend drawing a picture, and it doesn't have to be a perfect picture, but just sketch one off to the side. So it says the focus of a parabola is 2, -3, so that's going to be around here. I'll just call that the point 2, -3. And the Directrix is y = 5, so it might be something like that, right? Determine the equation. Okay, so we only have a couple things to go off of right now. First of all, we know that this distance is 8. And I found that because I know that my y-coordinate here is 5, so this is 5 up, and this is 3 down, so -3. From -3 to 5 would be 8, a distance of 8. And I know that my vertex is going to be right in the middle of that focus and that Directrix. So it's going to be right here. That's my vertex. So since half of 8 is 4, I could either go up 4 from my focus, or I could go down 4 from my Directrix, but I know that that distance has to be 4. So I know that the location of my vertex has to be at 2, 1. Because it's got to be right in the middle of that Directrix and of that focus. And I also know now that I've labeled this, I know now that P is 4, because I can see the distance between the vertex and the focus, and the distance between the vertex and the Directrix. And if you want to go off of the definition of P, that it's half the distance from the focus to the Directrix, well, that distance is 8, and half that distance is 4. So P is 4, clearly. We've defined it from so many different ways. So I'm going to go back to my focus Directrix form of a parabola, which looks like this. I have 1/a times y minus k equals x minus h squared, where, remember, my vertex here is the point hk, and 1/a is equal to 4 times whatever p is. So we're going to have to remember that. And I could come back to this equation and say, all right, I got to figure out what 1/a is, because I need to plug in something for 1/a. So that's going to be 4 times, well, p is 4, so then 1/a equals 16. So I can start this thing off by saying 16 times y minus something and x minus something squared. Well, my vertex is the point 2, 1, where 2 is my x-coordinate, and 1 is my y-coordinate. And you would think we're done, but we're not quite done. Because if we go back to what this parabola would look like, and I'm just going to sketch it over here, this parabola would open downwards, because it's going to kind of bend around that focus, right? So this is what our parabola might look like. Since it's a downwards opening parabola, it would have to be negative. So when we have a negative parabola, or a downwards opening parabola, we have to make this 1/a negative. And that's just kind of a last step that we have to remember to include. All right, so this would be the equation of our parabola in focus Directrix form. Let's say we wanted to put it into vertex form. Vertex form is one where y is alone, and we have a now, which is the reciprocal of what we had over here, 1/a, times x minus h, that hasn't changed, plus k. That has changed. This sign is different now, right? So where we used to have to flip the sign of k to figure out what our y-coordinate is, we don't have to anymore. So keep that in mind. So in order to get this into that form, I would maybe distribute this -16y, x minus 2 squared. And I know you might be tempted to unpack this, but don't, because in vertex form, it's all still packaged together. So don't unfold that x minus 2 squared and make more work for yourself. Then I'd have -16y equals x minus 2 squared minus 16. All right, and then the last thing I'd do would be divide by -16. So I'd have y equals x minus 2 squared divided by -16, so that's going to be negative, plus 1, because -16 divided by -16 is +1. And if I wanted to write that out in vertex form, I would just have to make sure that I put my 1/16 out front plus 1. There you go. So now it is in vertex form. And the last thing that we need to do is to then take that equation and put it into standard form. So standard form is your y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And we've seen that a bunch, right? We've used this since the beginning of the year. You've probably been doing these since 2-3 years ago. So what we're going to do to get this into that format is we're just going to unpack all of it. We're just going to expand this thing and then simplify it to the best of our abilities. So the first thing that we would do to expand it would be to rewrite x minus 2 squared as x minus 2 times x minus 2. And then I can finally FOIL. So I would have x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 1. Remember to keep this all in parentheses because this negative 1/16 is only being multiplied by all this, not also the 1. So you can't add the 1 just yet. Then you can distribute the negative 1/16. So we have negative 1/16 x squared plus 4/16 x minus 4/16 plus 1. So we should reduce those fractions, and it'll end up looking like this. 4/16 is the same as 1/4 plus 1. And the last thing we've got to do is put these two things together. So instead of writing this 1 as 1, we could write it as 4/4. And then I can finally add those. So I'll get y equals negative 1/16 x squared plus 1/4 x plus 3/4. And now it is in standard form. So if I needed to find the roots of this parabola, it wouldn't be too difficult. I could throw that into the quadratic formula. I could try to double bubble it. That might not work. And in this case, it probably wouldn't. But we'd have a lot of different options from here. All right? See you guys tomorrow.